I'm Tandria with a T.
And I'm Katara with the K.
And this is The Mic is Always On. Hey, friend.
Hey, girl.
How was your day today,
It
friend?
was cool. I was hot, but I tried to stay cool.
Wasn't it like 93?
Yeah, for the past 3 or 4 days. You know I don't like the heat. And I feel like I'm sweating already.
What they say? What happened to sugar when you put some water on it? Sugar melt.
We melt. Oh.
We too
That
sweet.
was corny, G. I ain't gonna lie.
At this point, it don't matter. Just know I was hot enough and I was melting.
No,
Okay,
for real.
it's giving chocolate.
I melt all the time.
Okay.
Milk chocolate or dark chocolate, I don't know.
Well,
Y'all tell me.
I had an okay day.
Yeah.
They was okay.
It was smooth, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can
feel
adapt
it
to
was
heat.
smooth. I can't.
I can adapt to
I
heat.
was born in the summertime, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that heat does something to me.
I was born in the
I
winter, and
can't.
I wish I was a summer baby.
No, baby. I can't hang with gang. You hear me?
So,
Yeah.
I got a good topic for you today.
Okay. Talk to me.
And I feel like we've heard this topic before, but I want to just get it out there.
All right, get it out there. I'm
Who
trying to
do
see
you
what's
think
up.
should pay for the first date? You, your date, or should you all go Dutch?
It depends. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, like, okay, if it's a first date, I ain't gonna lie, hands down, and this is out of the question, I'm not paying for a first date.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say that is because, like, I'm not going to be the one asking for a date.
So you're saying that if you were the one asking the person on the first date, would you feel obligated to pay?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. So if I'm the one initiating that, then I wouldn't mind paying. Like, it'll be like, okay, like, hey, you want to go out such and such a place or whatever. Then, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But if it's a thing where, like, a guy is asking me on a date, then it'll have to be like, I wouldn't mind going Dutch on the first date. But it'll have to be a thing where, like, he's like, okay, he's offering to take me out, which means that he's going to pay. I'm not going to offer because it wasn't my thing initially. Like, I'm not asking you, like, hey, you want to go on a date, man? Like, hey, woo. But it'll be a different story. Like, if he was asking me out, like, hey, I'd love to take you out on a date. Okay, well, take me then. You know?
My perspective
That's
is
how
a
I
little
feel about
different.
it. I'm not taking nobody out on no first date.
So I don't mind taking someone out on the first date, especially if I'm very
I'm not doing
interested. And then honestly,
Please.
no, because honestly, the men that I feel like I attract, they wouldn't even allow me to pay for the first date. So I wouldn't expect it, but if I had to, I will.
I'm not
Because
initiating.
on the first date, the first thing I'm going to ask is, hey, let's go to a cafe. Let's go to somewhere small and intimate. So
Right, so you can get to know him.
I feel like
But I'm not doing
the
that.
first date, I feel like to pay, in a way, I feel like whoever asks the person, but I feel like that's kind of childish. Cause look,
It is childish, but I'm not. I'm just not paying because you want to show. A
y'all
certain
know
standard
who
in
paid for the first date though? What is his name? Denzel Washington's wife actually paid for the first date, and he said that's how he knew that was his wife. He actually did not have it, and she paid for the first date.
Well, see, now that's
he paying
different.
It's nothing different. He was broke.
is.
He was broke.
If I was dealing with somebody that's broken, I see something in them.
You wouldn't know they was broke though. He didn't look broke.
Yeah, but
He just ended up telling her,
it
"Hey."
depends on what I see.
But right, but
what I
now,
pick
but
up.
now your tune changed. Wait, let me finish.
But I can't do
Now, she don't have to pay for anything for the rest of her life. She's rich, filthy rich, cause he's rich. It took her only to pay for one simple date. So I'm not
no
against
people.
paying for a date, especially when it comes to meeting somebody, getting to know somebody. And then I'm not trying to, like, what's your ideal of the first date? Like, where would you go?
On the first date, I feel like a coffee shop, maybe a picnic, anywhere that you can get to know a person. I wouldn't choose like the movie theater on the first date. Why? Because y'all just watching a movie. You can't talk in between time at a movie. But anywhere where you can be able to get to know a person, I feel like. So whether it's at a dinner table, a picnic, a coffee shop, a bookstore, or whatever have you. If it depends on the person too as well. Like if you're getting to know
That's
a
true.
person over the phone and they tell you like, hey, I like coffee, or hey, I like tea. and you want to take them to a coffee shop or a tea shop.
No, where would
Like
you expect to go on the first date?
Me, I'm different. I love coffee. And everybody that know me know I like coffee.
So yours is coffee or tea?
Coffee, not so much tea. I'm not a big tea person.
Baby, we spill tea all the time.
We spill tea, but I don't like to drink it. Okay, I don't mind drinking tea. I've drunken tea on different occasions, but I'm a big coffee person.
Okay.
So like a man can woo me over a cup of coffee,
Okay.
right? A man
So-
can woo me over food.
So
whether
you
it's
wouldn't
like
expect steakhouse?
No, that's not to be expected on the first date. I
Now-
wouldn't mind it though,
A lot of women,
because I
though,
can still get to know a person over a steak.
baby, I can't. I'm be
But I'm-
distracted by
but-
my meal.
No, I'm not distracted by the meal. We could eat first and then talk later. No, I'm serious.
I can't talk later. I'm eating.
I enjoy eating. It's the same thing as eating a sandwich. You eat it, you talk a little bit before the food gets there. You eat your sandwich and then you talk later afterwards.
First
It
of
doesn't
all-
matter to me. It depends on what the man wants to do.
But
It's not
Well-
required for him to take me to a steakhouse. Like, hey, let's go to a steakhouse off bat. Steak is expensive.
well, a lot of women require it nowadays. So
I don't.
they feel like they too bougie to even go to the Cheesecake Factory. And baby, I love the Cheesecake
I like
Factory.
the Cheesecake Factory for
I
a cheesecake, but that
love
food is
Olive
nasty,
Garden.
though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry.
What? They
Cheesecake-
wings fire.
Cheesecake Factory is disgusting.
I love the Cheesecake Factory. I'm sorry,
But I
hands
like
down.
those. What
I do
you
like
call
they
them?
cheesecake.
The buffalo bites. That's the only thing that I eat. They pasta. Everything else can go in the.
I
garbage.
had a few things. I like the egg rolls,
I
but
don't know if I had.
nevertheless, a lot of women now expect for you to take them to steakhouses.
They
Not
do.
only do they expect for you to take them to steakhouses, they want you to buy meals for their kids.
Oh no, I ain't never did that. I ain't gonna lie. That's a whole nother ball game. Okay, you hear me? I ain't
Look.
doing that. I'm not doing that. I ain't expecting that
I feel like
at all.
for a first date, I agree with you. Something small, something intimate. I never. So when I expect the first date, I expect for me to meet you wherever we're planning to meet, because I don't let
Yeah.
men come to my house for the
Pick
first
you
date.
up.
I don't. We living in a different time
It
and
is a
day,
different time.
and it is definitely
People crazy out
giving.
here.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's definitely giving. You have to watch where you allow people to come to now, and
Right.
this is where
company
I
that
lay
you
my
keep.
head at.
The
So
company that you keep.
I decide, hey, you drive your car, I drive my car, and I'll meet you at said location.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't come pick me up. I remember when I went on my first date.
Really? I don't remember.
Girl, my mom was thirsty.
How old is-
She
I
was
don't remember.
outside taking pictures of the man's car.
Really?
Yes.
She snapped.
She
I
took a
wouldn't be
picture of the
surprised if my
license
mama would
plate.
do that. She'd do
Girl,
that in
and then she
out,
said,
but I
hey,
don't
you
do
got a
that.
driver's license? He said, yeah, I got a driver's license. She said, let me take a picture of it. And she took a picture of his driver's license. But now I
I'm
respect
cracking
that.
up. My first date, you know what? I do remember my first date. It was at Papa Do's.
Okay.
I was 15 years old. I was 15 years old, and it was this guy that I was dating on the block. And
At least he took you to Papa
he took
though.
me to Papa Do's. I'll never forget. And then we went to Red Lobster for the second date.
Okay.
Yeah,
He had a little class at 15.
a little class, slightly, but not really. He had
Okay.
brothers that didn't have class.
I went on my first date. It's given first date, I don't know, about 18. 18?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, where y'all go?
I don't remember because he
That's
wasn't
you
rememberable.
bogus.
He was not rememberable.
She snapped. She brought it up like she was finna get ready and tell y'all some tea, and then say that she can't remember.
I do not remember. Look,
You
look,
snapped for real.
fellas.
I ain't gonna lie.
wait,
She
hold on.
is. I gotta
Fellas,
I ain't gonna hold
let's
you.
be honest. If you're gonna do a first date, make it rememberable, cause later down the line, we're not gonna remember you all. I remember one guy though,
I remember.
but I ain't gonna say his tea on here. But I ain't gonna lie, he made sure I had a wonderful
Spill
day.
the tea.
So I went on a date with this guy, y'all.
Come on now.
We went
Talk
to
about it.
Weber's Grill. Is that what it's called
Yep,
downtown?
it's Weber's Grill.
It was so good. Before that, he took me to like the Wiz Khalifa concert. It was
Okay,
cool.
Y'all snapped.
His brother, like, they drove us on a cart backstage. We had a really good time.
A real day.
And
for
then
you.
he put money in my pocket. I ain't never had nobody just put some money in my pocket. Like, here you go.
Girl,
Go
so
do what you
happened?
want. It just didn't work out. But we still friends.
I'm trying to find out.
We still friends.
That's good.
It just didn't work out. You know, sometimes you and a person have chemistry, but it's all not there. And it wasn't all there for me. But he's still cool. He a handsome guy, great guy. He take care of his kids. That's my dog.
That's what's up. Look, God is so good.
You talking about?
I can't say that I'm still friends with people that I ain't gonna lie. I am still friends with people that I've dated. And we talk every once in a while.
I got another question for
Ask me
you.
the question.
Do you expect a man to give you money
You see how my face frown?
when dating?
No, I do not.
So as y'all dating, you don't expect nothing.
It's not to be expected. But I ain't gonna lie, like I've had men that has given me money. Right?
If it's given,
I have, yeah.
I ain't gonna turn it
I
down
had
if
a
they
lot
trying to give it to
Yeah, I had a lot of men give me money. Literally, and I haven't turned it down.
Did you take it?
I took it.
Hell yeah, you better take it!
I've always taken it, and I can't laugh. Like, the men that I've had giving me money was like buku amounts, like lump sums. And the thing is, this is the thing that I've learned too, is that a man will offer you money. You take it because you're not asking. And
That's a gift.
They feel like they've invested in you.
You
right?
know what?
And that's a big thing. So if they feel like they've given you something, they hold some type of stake in
My
your
mom
life.
always said, be careful what you take because they're always going to respect something in return.
And they always do. Even though they
But
say
not
like,
all of them.
All of them. I don't care what you're talking about. Most of them that say like,
No.
hey, I don't expect anything. You know, like I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart. But later on down the line, as the days go by, you'll begin to see certain things that you'll be like, oh, so this is what it was. Oh, wow.
Not for me.
And for me,
I didn't get that type of.
I've gotten that. And they'll give it out the kindness of their heart. And they'll say like, nah, baby, I love you. And I really want to help you. And I see the things that you're going through. But later on, let months go by or years go by. Eventually, they'll show
If
themselves.
y'all dating for years
They'll show themselves.
and there's no type of direction, it was done with anyway.
It was done with anyway. And that's a fact, too. If we're still at the same point where we began at, it was over with. There was no direction. There was no like, hey, or go, pretty much. But I can say hands down that I've had men that gave me well over $5,000
Baby,
and full totality.
it's okay.
My right hand of God.
I love that for you.
No, I'm serious. I'm talking about all together. I ain't talking about like no lump sum, but like here you go $5,000. Like here you go. No. I'm talking about all together. I've had several men give me over.
And we love that for you.
I love it for myself. Over
Yeah.
$5,000. But I can say eventually, before the relationship ended, it got toxic. And what I mean by that is because a person feel like they've given financially or monetarily, they feel like they have some type of say in the direction of your life, or they feel like they have some type of investment in your life or some type of stake in your life. So it's never a thing where like, they say like, hey, I'm giving it to you, baby, even though they say that in the beginning, like, I'm just giving it, baby. I'm giving it to you, baby, because I love you. No.
I feel like
they expect something.
when you're dating and you're okay. So
They expect something.
this is what I think. I feel like when you're dating and you all become as one, like in a monogamous relationship, I honestly feel like you should expect something from a guy.
Yeah,
you
to a
should
certain
expect
degree.
some type of. Now, I'm not saying money because me, I'm not money type. I am more. I like flowers. I like
too.
cards.
I got that too. That's
I
the thing.
like handwritten notes. I don't want you texting me all day, but I do like those little messages like, hey, babe, in the midst of my day, I'm just checking on you.
Right.
Something quick. It ain't got to be no, you text me, what you doing. And I can't stand the what you doing men.
Oh, no, I don't play like that.
That's all
I ain't
day.
gonna lie
Like,
to you.
you
I
have
do
no
not
other
play like
questions?
that. Please.
Did you say, hey, babe, I'm about to send you lunch? Like, it's tiring. I feel like we're running into the same type of man. And that puts me to my next question, like, friend, would you date a man who's just as emotional as you?
I can't say that I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've dated. This story time.
Baby, give me a story. Okay.
I had a man that was more emotional and needy than I was.
Jesus.
And I'm not saying that it was a bad thing, you know, and I don't want to bash
Bullshit.
anybody.
I can't. I hate it.
I don't want to bash nobody or anything like that. And I can say every relationship that I was in, I've learned from. Right?
Okay.
And they've done good
We
things.
want to hear this story. They love your story.
Yeah, let me talk about, I'm going to go into the story, but before I go into the story, I want to say that everybody that I've dated, I've learned from, and they've done good things for me.
Okay.
And it wasn't always bad.
God's
okay,
good.
now story time, so that
Thank
don't seem
you.
like I'm bashing. Okay, I dated somebody, I kid you not, and I didn't think that I could find somebody more emotional than I was.
Jesus.
Even though I'm kind of like, I'm super emotional. I'm dramatic. Everybody that know me know that, oh, Katira, the dramatic one. Yeah. I'm a crowd of everything. It don't matter.
Okay.
I dated a man that felt like I needed to be super like in tune and super vulnerable with him. Which means that if he picked me up and we going on out on a date, he picked me up, I'm in the car, I'm in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
He right here, this the driver's seat right here.
Yes, ma'am.
If my legs was crossed like this, that means that I went into him. And he would bring it to my attention. I cannot make this up.
Man, he said you had the coochie pointing in the wrong direction. It was faced the wrong. Hold on, let me help you. It was faced the wrong way. He said it's mine and I need it now.
No, so I'll get in the car and I'll put my purse down. I'll be like, ooh. I'll put my music on. I'm playing R&B and I'm vabbing. He driving, right?
Uh-huh.
My leg was like this. He'd turn the music all the way down. I feel like something is wrong.
Because it was pointed in the wrong direction.
No, I put that on. This was like 10 or 15. I kid you not. And if he's watching, he would vouch. He'll be like, oh, yeah, I did do that. At least 10 or 15 times I would get in the car. If I did like this, I had to make sure I had to pay attention to my body language when I got in the car with him. It got to a point where like I had to walk on eggshell. He'd be like, I feel like something is wrong. You're not really liking me because I remember yesterday you didn't rub my head.
I was about to say so. Well, friend, when you're dealing with thumbtacks,
so look, this is what I would do. I'd be like, oh, I didn't mean nothing bad, babe. Like you tripping for real. Look. Legs crossed this way.
Baby, see?
Then I turn
pointed in the right direction.
Then I turn the music back up. And I'm babbing. Oh, Summer Walker, come on. You say you want a man. Woo. And I'm singing.
And B. Simone voice, Jesus.
Yeah. He'll turn it down. So you talking about us?
Friend, I got to point my cat in the right direction. Straight ahead. Because I don't got time.
We'll argue about that, right? This one the last time that we argued, but I'll never forget. He's super vulnerable, right? So if I wasn't super affectionate, like rubbing him down, because that was the initial question at hand. If I wasn't rubbing him down and like super in tune, like, babe, how was your day? And he'll tell me how his day was, and I had to be super like emotional about it, like, oh my God, that happened to you at the job?
Friend, you was stressed out.
Yeah, I was stressed out. Mind you, I got 2 kids, and I'm working and stuff like that, so I got my own set of responsibilities and priorities. I have to be like that. If I wasn't like that, it was a problem. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sad that happened to you, baby. What can I do to help? I'll never forget a time we got into it. We was at the pool, right, at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
He brought his speaker.
Mm-hmm.
I had my phone on shuffle, and it played What the Helly.
Oh, what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell,
This is what I did. This is why I said, what the hell? What the helly? I was smiling at him, but he thought I was looking at him at the top of his head because he ain't got no hair. He bald head. So the people in the pool, it was some people in the pool, right? So they turned up. What the hell? What the helly? And I'm doing it with them. He looked at me. He said, "That's it. That's it." And so he stormed out. I cannot make this up. He said, "That's it." He walked out the pool and went up on the elevator. Dang. And I wait till the song go off. I'm turning up with the people in the pool, and they looking, they laughing, and I'm laughing too. I'm waiting. What the hell? What the hell, Leontay? So and I wait, and I take my speaker. They was like, "Good to meet you. Nice to meet you." I take his speaker and I go back up into the hotel room. he mad because he felt like I was looking at him up the side of his head and I was trying to make a joke in front of the people.
Well, it sounded like he was emotional.
He was.
And you caused him some emotional damage.
And I tried not to, though. That's the thing. Like, if you have a mate or a partner, you should be able to joke. I wasn't joking with him. I thought we was turning up together. I'm smiling with him like, and I'm also rubbing him at the time. I'm rubbing.
Don't rub me.
I'm not trying to rub you, but I'm like this.
Now you know. Now you know.
I ain't trying to rub you, girl, please. She already know I don't roll that way. Let's make it clear.
Clock it.
But I'm rubbing him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I rubbed his head.
You trying to caress him to make him feel like everything is
like,
okay.
I'm thinking like,
because it wasn't that deep.
It wasn't that deep. I ain't have my kids. And everybody know that I barely not have my kids. Maybe they'd be on the road.
Now, wait. The reason why
Change subject.
I can't have a man who's just as emotional. I'm a little mean, but the reason why I can't have a man who's just as emotional as me, because it's me personally, I'm not really emotional. I am though. I'm a tough cookie. I'm soft on the outside, but when you pop me open, baby, I'm ooey gooey. That's how I describe myself. I'm not emotional.
I'm on the outside too.
I have a very tough exterior. So it takes a lot to get me to that emotional point. So I guess I could have a man who's just as emotional as I am, but then again, I wouldn't want that because I want my person to be able to express themselves.
I do too.
I do want them to be able to talk to me.
Dead.
Right. I want them to have a tough exterior, but I still want them to come to me and be like, man, I had a problem with this situation, or we having a conversation. And I'm a big ass joker. Like, I like to joke. I like to have fun.
I ain't gonna hold you.
And don't let me get comfortable around your family because everybody gonna be some bald head assholes. Ooh.
Nope.
You might have to retract that.
Well,
I'm sorry, but we like to joke.
Ain't nothing wrong with playing,
My
though.
family is a family of jokers. So I have to find a man who's not soft, or God have to bless me with a man who's designed just for me because he know what I need. Because if you come around my sisters, they gonna fry you.
They gonna snap.
They gonna fry you. She know.
Yeah, they try to fry me every chance they get.
Because
I get on top of their necks, okay?
Baby, foot on that, okay? All my friends is like that. My sisters is like that with everybody. My family like that with everybody.
They be snapping.
But we're a loving family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're a loving family. We're a strong family. We're a forgiving family.
Yeah.
So that is just a thing. I don't know if I would want somebody as emotional as I am. Mm-hmm. But I do know one thing. That he better not start crying when we watching Beauty and the Beast like Martin did with Gina. Because it ain't going to happen.
Oh, he can cry on my show.
Nah, I ain't doing it.
I'm different. But I have a question for you, though.
What?
Do a YN got a chance with you? A young nigga? Ain't that what they say?
Yo. I don't know if we can say the N word.
I don't care. Do a YN have a chance with you? A young man?
Yes and no. Ooh, I'm going through this right now. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Talk about it.
The guy I'm talking to, he young. He in his 20s. But he's so mature. But I just can't get past the age.
I'm sorry. I can't get past the age either.
I can't
either. I feel what you're saying. Because, like, I ain't going to lie. Like, I talked to somebody. I've talked to different people around.
Don't you just love when
they say... My sister's age, like late 20, about to be 30 type
But
deal
don't you just say...
This year.
Don't you just love when they say, I thought you was 26.
Yeah. I still get carded. I still get carded even though I look like a young T or whatever.
That man
you know
said,
what I'm
I thought
saying?
you was about 26, 27. Baby, I'm
Somebody told
auntie.
me, I went to go get some liquor. When was this? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago? And a man said, oh, I didn't know that you was a baby. He said, I thought you was like 18, 19. I said, I know you lying.
Baby.
Who 18 or 19 cutting their hair like this and they blonde? You hear me?
They doing it now.
I said,
but they ain't true.
Under my ass. Okay.
They ain't true, friend. They doing it, but they ain't true.
No, for real.
But honestly, I can't get past the age. So I don't believe that I could date a guy who's younger than me, but he fine.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what?
If he's
I don't know.
I'm thinking about the person I talked to. I said, dig, I don't know, because he's a little younger than me. But I ain't gonna lie, like, at first I was I was the type of person that say, okay, he can't be under the age of like 32. 32 was my underage limit.
I got
That's
2
it.
up, 2 down.
He can't be under 32 years old.
I got 2 up, 2 down. So I'm 31. I feel like the furthest I go as far as dating is maybe like 33, 34, somewhere. 35, I feel like we rocking the boat a little bit because what really do we have in common?
Y'all got
And
some stuff in
then
common.
I go
ain't
2
gonna lie.
down, 30, 29. That's my point. But in they early 20s, babe, I can't.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, I ain't doing.
Because I feel like they turn it. First of all, let's say if something do develop into a sexual relationship, we have more experience than they do.
That's true.
So I feel like guys that are younger, they cannot handle it emotionally.
They can't, even though they feel like they can, though.
Yeah,
They
right.
feel up and down that they can.
I've
but
been
they
with an
can't.
older woman, but you ain't been with me.
Well, age ain't nothing but a number.
Baby, that's the one.
Yeah.
And
I can't rock with it.
we not saying it like we spreading ourselves openly. We're just simply saying that
Yeah.
if a young man was to talk to let's say the age 21, if he was to talk to somebody 31, she still look good, she's still intact, sir, you'll be stalking me. You'll be knocking. That's what I tell them when they try. I will have you knocking on my front door. I will have you pulling up doing drive-bys.
No, for real.
Like,
Yeah. They don't know what they asked for.
I agree.
They don't.
So be careful
really
what you
don't.
ask for, young men, because you just might get it. Not from me though.
Not for me either. I can't lie. But I got another question too. And let me reiterate this. I do not want to talk to a YN. I'm cool.
Me either. Thank you.
Good luck. Congratulations. But I have another question for you. What turns you off about men? Now, I got a handful.
Pause. It depends on what we talking about. Are we talking about conversation? Are we talking about hygiene? What are we talking about?
Everything. What
First of
turns
all,
you off
I got
from men?
two main
talk
things.
About it. I want you to talk about it for real.
If we dating and I come over your house and you got on dirty socks, I got to go.
Why is your socks dirty?
Why is your socks dirty? And then they always wear white socks.
Sir, why is your socks dirty?
Baby, if you take off your socks and they standing up on their own, we got a problem.
Stiff socks.
We got a problem.
Stiff
Because
socks.
if you don't wash your feet, you don't wash your butt. You don't wash your
Say it for
butt.
what it is.
That means everything around you is sweaty. And if you don't wash your feet and you don't wash your butt, you definitely ain't brushing your teeth.
I got a story.
Hygiene. Wait. You said one more question.
Go ahead.
What did you say? You said,
What turns you off from men?
what turned me off men? That was the socks.
Jesus.
The other one, oh, God forgive me, bad breath.
I got another story for that.
Bad
Go
breath. Like, do not talk to
Doodle
me.
mouth. Dookie Brown.
Do not
Doodle Brown.
talk to me, because this how I feel.
Doodle Brown.
If you ask me out and your
Doodle
breath
the
stinks,
brown.
that means you didn't care about me.
At
Ain't
all.
that what you say? He didn't care about
At
me.
least make it seem like you love me for real. I say that all the time. Everybody that's looking, they be like, "Oh, she always say that." Yeah, for real.
I just feel
Make it
like
seem like you love me for real.
you supposed to, you're like, I feel like if I'm giving you the most out of me, why are you giving me bare minimum? Your breath stinking is bare minimum.
Woo.
Your dirty socks is bare
Clock your
minimum.
fingers. Ain't
Your
that what they
hygiene should be top tier, but you're giving me bare minimum. You don't love me.
They don't care.
You
about
didn't even want to talk to me. And then if you
It was
don't,
just a pastime.
first of all,
between
but
time.
can I be
That's what
honest?
I'm
I
talking
have
about.
never talked to anybody who has done these particular things because
I have.
you gonna approach me correctly.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it, friend, because let's see what you got
Story
to say.
time for the tea.
Baby, she got so many stories. I gotta open up a book.
This man that I was talking to, I'll never forget. This was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And you know, we were supposed to link up or everything before we go out. And I let him come in or whatever. And, you know, he was sagging a little bit. I ain't gonna go too much into detail.
You might as well. You telling us this?
So we chilling on the couch, we watching a movie or whatever.
Okay, it was vibing.
It was vibing. So we chilling, we talking about a lot of other things, and we kicking it. And his pants sagging for real. I'm kind of reiterating
Okay.
about what really went down, but I see dookie stains boxers. White boxers. I promise
Is you sure it wasn't dirt?
I put that on everything.
You sure it wasn't dirt?
I know it wasn't dirt.
Could he have said it something?
No, I checked it. That's why I want to talk about it on camera, because I checked it and I examined it, and he let me examine. My right hand of God. Dookie stains. And guess what he told me?
What he
I said, you got dookie stains in your drawers? He said,
wait, how old was he? Was when you was young, how old was he?
so this 3 years, so he was, I think he was like 31 at the time, so he might be 34 now.
Oh no.
He might be like 34 now, so it was like 3
For real,
years
let me
ago.
cross my legs.
No, I can't make
because
this
you
up.
got too many.
So this what he
issues
said to me.
going on over there.
Oh no, I put it on everything. He said, I just helped my dad move a couch from his house.
So how he get the stains in his drawers
That's
if
what
he
I
just
asked
moved the
him.
couch?
He said, no, I asked my daddy to move a couch. I said, a couch did that? So I smelled it.
You did not.
I put it on everything, and I know he's looking at me, so I'm going to have to block him before the podcast come out.
You what?
I smelled his drawers.
Ah!
I put it on everything I love. I smelled his drawers. And
What it smell like?
Dookie. Dookie. Do the brown. Do the brown. And guess what he did? He exited stage left. And he texted me 5 minutes later. I'm so sorry. I put it on everything. A long, big paragraph. 2 or 3 paragraphs. Apologizing.
A man with terrible hygiene.
Because he knew it was wrong. And then he came back maybe like a week later and it was something different, you know.
Did you mess with him in that next week?
Nah, we kicked it. But I
Okay,
ain't messing
cool.
with him, though. And we stopped talking after that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a man who came to pick me up to go to the movies with stanky breath.
Jesus.
A nice, I'm talking about nice car, nice everything, great career job, dressed to the gods.
Oh, don't you just love those?
Dookie breath.
Mm.
After we went to the theater, we sat at the theater. I ain't gonna lie. I held my nose in the whole time during the movies, ate my popcorn, drunk my slushie. We got in the car, he was talking. I rolled the windows down in the wintertime.
Jesus. Must been foul.
Dookie breath. Dookie breath. It smelled.
You had 2 of them. Dookie stain and Dookie breath. That's what's on kind of Dookie ass.
These are stories for the books. I'm telling you. I put that on everything. The man's mouth smelled like straight dookie. And this is what he asked me, because I had my face turned to I was on the passenger side. Are you sick?
Wait, I got a question.
What's the question?
I'm sorry to stop you in the middle of your story. But, okay, would you date a man and his hygiene was bad on the first date? Would you give him a second chance? Is there any coming back from that?
No.
No?
No, I'm cool.
I
ain't
don't
gonna
think
lie, I'm
so
cool.
either.
First impressions are
It's the
everything.
last thing.
It is.
They
It's
say
everything
first
for me. I
impressions
can't
are
play.
lasting impressions.
And that's what
And it's
everything.
true. That's
I'm
why
not playing. I can't play about nothing like that.
you know
I
what?
cannot.
This man told me you smell so good. Every time I go place, they be like, you smell so good.
And that's how it's supposed
That's
to be.
what I want you to smell. I want
That's
you to
what I'm
remember me
talking
by my
about.
scent.
At least
Oh!
smell like something.
Another one.
Men don't be smell like.
Would you date a man who do not wear cologne?
No,
Why?
absolutely not.
Why?
Cause it just don't bring about anything. So this my thing. Like if I'm dating a man, I want him to smell like something. Leave the imagination to the eye or the smell. So if I smell you, at least I can imagine like, oh my God, like he smells so good, and I can make something of nothing for real. But if you're not smelling like nothing, it's gonna turn me off. It's like he don't smell like nothing. Conversation more than likely isn't anything for real. He's not intellectual, of course.
Yeah.
Not on my level type deal. So why should I lead you on? I don't want a man that's not smelling like nothing. You're not leaving nothing to the imagination. You're not smelling like nothing. You just smelling plain or sweat or whatever you smell like. I can't do it. I don't lie. I can't lie. I like my man to smell like something. At least make an impression, a first impression on me, to make it seem like at least you are interested, or you like me, or you're interested in knowing a little bit more about me, and you're trying to make some type of first impression on me. Because if you don't, then it lets me know like, hey, he didn't really care for real. He just came to the occasion or the party or whatever, or the date, not caring. In real life.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I have a awesome nose. Like my nose can smell. My palate is awesome too, as far as eating. Yeah. But I need you to smell like something. I need you to make my man say, man, he smells so good. I just want to lick his neck.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said you got to smell like something. Then give me something.
I want that scent. And my favorite scent for men is,
Jesus.
What's my favorite scent for a man? My favorite scent got to be that one in a million.
That one in a million that we smell.
That one in a million.
Real man scent.
Grown man scent. Woo. I like that.
I love it.
Why?
The
YSL by Yves Saint Laurent.
Jesus.
Oh my God, make you melt. Jesus. I remember I talked to this guy.
Like that, it's over with.
I remember I was talking to this guy. He was a big guy. Boy, when I tell you that big man smells so good, and he stayed wearing different type of colognes. I love that for him.
I'm sorry, you big and smell good. Congratulations.
You can't date a big guy.
I can't.
Why? All you gotta do is lift up his belly.
I dealt with that. I can't do it.
You can't lift up the belly though.
I don't have time for it. Spit you out like a fart.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Ask me a question, please do.
What can you bring to the table if a guy can't do, like, what could you bring to the table?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Asking me that question right now, it's like, I can't lie because I'm on a journey where, like, I'm trying to heal and elevate. I don't bring much to the table. And that's just me being honest. The only thing that I could say that I might bring to the table is, like, my intellectual ability. But that's it. You need more than that. I have 2 kids that I'm trying to get on track. You know,
I feel like you got more to bring to the table. Knowing you as a person.
Yeah, I know I'm a good woman. I ain't gonna knock myself.
So that's something to bring to the table.
But I'm saying right now I'm on my healing journey, right? So I'm trying to get to know myself all over again because what I thought I knew, I don't completely know for real.
Okay, you're making it hard.
I love doing that. Everybody that look at the podcast know that I like to use my hands. I'm good with my hands. For real. But anyway. I can say this, that if I'm dealing with a man, I know that I bring to the table I'm a nurturing woman. So I'm able to nurture, right? I'm able to bring some type of stability to a certain degree because at the same time right now, I'm trying to become stable. And I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, and financially stable. So eventually, I know that I can bring those things to the table. But right now, what I can say is that I'm nurturing. So I can bring that to the table for a man.
I can say.
And understanding. And peace. A lot of men want peace.
That's true.
Now, I know for a fact.
Baby, how you going to bring peace and you toxic?
I ain't toxic. Yes, you is. Like, I was okay, so in my last relationship, I was toxic to a certain degree. But I felt like he brought the toxic out of me. But can't nobody bring out of you what's not in you already. You see what I'm saying? So, like, we were toxic together.
Girl,
I ain't gonna lie, but even he could vouch. If he's looking at this right now, which I doubt he is, because he blocked on our platform. I don't play like that. But
he gonna find a way to look.
Find a way, create a fake page, whatever you're gonna do. But he can even say, like, even in his toxicity, he could see that I was trying to elevate and not be that. Like, when he was trying to argue and stuff like that, he can vouch and say, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, Katara would walk the other way and say, like, we can revisit it another time. I'm tired. I don't got time for it. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to argue.
She wasn't
Let's talk about it. He'll say that. I guarantee you, if he comment right now, he'll be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, she did do that. And guess what he did when I did that? Get angry because I didn't want to talk about it in that moment. I want to allow him to cool down, and I want to cool down. He didn't like that. He wants to go ahead and face it full-fledged in that moment. And it's like, man, just chill out. It's not that deep. Look, I done mean such and such and such, but we can always talk about it at a later date. Let's talk about it tomorrow after we cool down. Woo woo.
Okay, so basically
But in the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, we both was toxic. I was too, though.
Let's stick a pin in it once you mature.
Stick a pin in it, and we can revisit it tomorrow.
Baby, I don't revisit nothing. Once we done,
I'll revisit. I don't feel like
my auntie in her 70s. Let me tell you. Oh no, auntie, she in her 80s. You know what she say? When she done, I'm done. I don't want to talk about it no more.
All done. What Judge Judy say? We're done.
Period.
No, she said all the time. I love Judge Judy.
Me personally, this is how I feel. What could I bring to the table? Oh, yeah, before I say what I can bring to the table, please
She's so
follow
happy.
our email. We are
Woo.
evolving out here.
Boop,
We
boop,
have an email.
boop, boop, boop,
It's info.tmiao
podcast@gmail.com. Come on,
Ooh,
talk about it. She's so,
y'all, we is evolving
oh man,
out
she's
here.
so geek.
Okay. So I feel like what I can bring to the table
Go ahead,
is
talk about it. Come on now.
I feel like I bring a lot to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can help a man financially. I might, not a lot though, because don't be expecting that.
I can't.
Um,
Not at the moment. Let me
mentally,
elevate first.
emotionally, spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
I still got to get closer to God and get in my Bible, but I feel like we probably
too.
can grow in that area together because that's kind of like a gray area, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I know how to cook. I'm a chef. I'm a nurturer.
Okay, we do
I
that.
do the whole
we
nine.
do that. Come on now.
I just feel like I got a lot to offer and I have a lot to bring to the table, but
Broadcast yourself, friend.
baby, I can't broadcast.
It's a bunch of single people on this podcast.
You know
Talk
what?
about it.
If y'all single, email us. Email us and tell us what you all can bring to the table. Email us and talk to us
Oh, my
about y'all
goodness.
first date experience.
Please do.
Because we're trying to start
Yeah.
another segment and we want you all to be a part of it. So, we're
different
going to
men to
read
come
your
on here, too.
emails and we want to talk to y'all. Send
Yeah.
us letters. Let's kick it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I got a lot to offer. But
do.
I also want the same. I want it to be reciprocated. And like I told her earlier, like I told Katara earlier, like I'm not materialistic. I don't have to have the bundles. I don't have to have the long nails anymore.
Anymore.
But I definitely need my feet
I got
done
here
and stuff.
bogus.
But I do feel like I want someone who can connect with me. Like, hey man, leave me little notes around the house. Let's go
love
get us
that.
some Nerf guns and play hide go seek in the dark.
I like stuff like that too.
I know.
You on your freaky time.
Let's go
You
to
on
the
your
gun
freaky
range.
time.
Like, let's do stuff that's out of the box instead of always trying to do what we think is supposed to
Yeah.
be first date standards. Like my cousin, he told me that he used to take women on first dates to the gun range, and I stepped back and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's dope. I would love to get all that energy out, baby. Let me go shoot up a target.
I'm cool.
Why?
I'm cool.
You want to go to the gun range?
It'll make me mad.
Why? That's what you
It
want. He trying to get out that negative energy.
It depends on what type of time we on. If I go to a gun range with a nigga that I just argued with yesterday,
No, we're saying first
baby,
date.
we ain't going. I'm gonna go to that gun range with some type of intention.
We said first date.
Oh, okay.
So
No.
I just think when you're
Reiterate
trying
that.
to date someone, do things that's outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier we was talking about, is chivalry dead?
Yeah, we did talk about that.
And it's not. Honestly, it's still some great guys out here that will open your door,
Yep.
pay for your meal, hang up your coat,
Sure would.
the whole
Get your
nine.
nails
Order
and
your
feet
food.
done.
If he really likes you, by that point, first date, y'all should have had a conversation about what you like, what you dislike, and what you're allergic to.
Yeah.
He should already know what you don't like, so he can order those things for you.
That's true.
That is my type of date. Make me understand that you listen to me. Like if you know I'm allergic to a specific thing on the menu, hey, before the waiter even walk away, she has an allergy.
Say something.
Yeah, I need you to be able to be my voice when I'm not a voice or can't be a voice at that table.
Right.
If I decide to get up and wash my hand, I expect a drink when I come back. I do expect that because that means you listen
Or
to what I
something.
like.
That's true.
Like
And I
chivalry
agree with
isn't
that.
dead.
I agree with that.
And that's one of the reasons why I can't date a guy who's younger than me. Because
cannot
I
do it
need
with the
someone who
But
understands me.
But these older men is fools too.
Baby.
Don't get it twisted. They old
are.
fools.
They are.
old fools. Trust me, because I've done
It-
it.
It's the
I've done been
Netflix
there
and
done it.
chill for me. It's the,
I hate that.
can I come over there or you
Yeah.
come over my house?
And that's
Baby,
it.
I don't want to come over your house.
No, for real. And they ain't talking about setting up a date or nothing. They just want you to come over all the time.
It's like,
I
have
don't even play
y'all
like that no more.
ever noticed that this generation, what they do is they'll get you over there
They will.
to their house.
Don't even look
y'all
at the
kicking
movie.
it. The women, y'all might end up having sex. Whatever y'all do, y'all grown. That's what you do behind closed doors.
Yeah.
In your mind as a woman, you thinking, my man, my man, my man.
Oh, that's
but
not
it's
it.
his man, you just his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Whole
That's how it
time
be,
you
though.
claiming him and you just his friend. And next 3 months, you like, what we doing? If you gotta ask a man what we doing,
Maybe
you're
I
not
feel
doing
like it.
anything.
At all.
If you're thinking that y'all have something going on, and first of all, this is how I feel.
Ooh,
I'm not
talk about it.
posting
Please
no
do.
more men until they post me.
Oh, girl, I don't play like that.
I'm not. You have to show me you
Please.
interested. I mean,
Yeah.
I need you to make sure I'm not looking stupid out here. Because I don't want to post you and then
Look
you
dumb.
say,
Dumb,
man,
dumb.
that's just my friend.
Yeah.
Yo, what? Who you playing with like that?
We know people that's like that for real.
I'm going to
okay?
put foot to neck.
Talk about it.
Because don't play with my emotions like that. That's the only thing that probably can make me cry.
Yeah.
If I get involved with you emotionally and you try to make me look stupid. Because
Ain't
now I
no
got to
stupid
show
no
you.
more, baby. I don't play
My
those
mama,
type games.
my mom may make I'm a weirdo in real life. Don't play with me. I get real weird. Don't play with me.
Me too.
So that's how I feel. I carry myself like a lady
Real
as long as you
psycho.
treat me like a lady.
Psycho at this point.
Because not me having to come over there and write lipstick on your
Harley
car
Quinn.
window and
I'm
tell
Harley
stop
Quinn at
playing
one
with
point.
me. Like, stop playing.
Yeah.
It's just giving, like, these men now play entirely too much. We getting
They do.
involved. We loving y'all. It's like, what more do y'all want? I had a guy who tell me, I want to see your other side. Like, he wanted to push my buttons to see how mad I get before we can actually really date. Like, I just wanted to see who
I ain't
you
gonna
really
lie.
is. Why?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not mad at that. Sometimes
But-
you want to see how a person reacts to certain things so that you can know them in all four seasons.
But why would you want me to step outside my character? That's
just
taking me
in
outside
case.
of my character. Just in case what?
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with it, but it depends on how long y'all been dating and stuff like that. Not to just do it off bat, but you want to see somebody when they get mad. How do they react to certain things?
Nah.
How
Because
do they take certain things?
if
How do
you-
they react to like being broke? How
But-
do they react to such and such?
we just had a conversation about being in our feminine energy. If you want the best out of me and you want the best for me, you're not going to take me out of my character, because staying in my
Not taking
feminine
out of your
energy, that
character.
is taking me out of my character.
Yeah, but-
if you want to see me be angry, that's not me.
He shouldn't have went about it that way. That's retarded.
But that
I'm
is
talking
what they do now.
But I'm talking about if you with a man and he happens to see you when you're angry, at least he knows how to act.
He
when you
shouldn't
get a
happen to
certain
see
point.
that, because if I'm staying in my feminine energy like I would like, and for him, he should want me to, he would never see that. Like at
But it's unrealistic to not get angry sometimes.
that's not true, because I just
It's
had
true.
a guy to tell me today. He said, I never seen you angry, because I'm not that
You're
type
not
of person.
dating this person though. That's what I'm saying. It's unrealistic to be in a marriage.
I mean,
or a
he talks to me
relationship
every
and
day.
He not see you angry at some point. That's unrealistic.
We're talking about
It's
at
not
the
peaches
beginning
and cream.
phase.
When the
like-
beginning phases, it ain't gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in the beginning phase, it's not gonna. I mean, over time, maybe down the years. But you've been my friend for how long? How many times have you really seen me angry?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I don't really get angry because I don't let stuff bother me.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to see that, now, I swear and I tell people, if you want that side to come out, that's the side that I can't contain
It'll
and
come
put
out.
back in.
It'll come out.
So, it's better for you not to get that side out, because I'm a whole different person. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about what they call a mask now. The
What?
black mask.
Ooh,
What's
yeah.
the mask called? Them poo shiesty
Scream,
masks and
scream.
all black. Play with me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Scream.
Play with me, and I'm going to show you how to change clothes.
She'll look like Scream in a minute.
Man, you know what somebody told me?
Not Scream, but
One of my families use this expression, I change your
I
outfit.
use that on purpose. Ooh.
I'm dead serious. Don't play with my emotions.
No, for real, you can't.
Like, just leave me alone. I'd rather
already
for a
know.
person to
I
be.
know already.
My temper is and I told this guy, I said, I'm mean. I told him this today, I'm
I
really
can be too,
a
though.
mean person.
I
I can be
snap.
mean. My mama told this guy on the first date, he said she meaner than a junkyard dog. You like her? She said it. And I am kind of mean, and I do have a bad temper. Baby, I'm a Sagittarius. Y'all know this. I always said I'm a Sagittarius. Like,
Work.
all I'm gonna say is, if you want the best for me and you want the best out of me, out from me, or whatever, if you want the best coming from me, you're going to make sure you keep me in that space.
Yeah.
Don't take me out of
That's
my
how it
space.
should be.
It's bogus that you want to even think to take me out of my comfort zone. We living in Chicago, baby. We in war all day, every day, and it's all around us. Why would you
Facts.
not want me to be happy?
That's how people are, though. You know, misery loves company.
Well, baby, stay over there. I would rather for
They
somebody.
can't stay over there. They be mad. Misery loves company.
I would rather for someone to leave me alone than to come and ruin what I have right now. Do not get
Don't
me
you
mentally,
hate
emotionally, and physically involved with you with the intentions of you making me believe that you want to be with me to hurt me. Because really, I feel like it's a setup. So you set me up. You backdooring me already before you even get to know me. And then when you get to know me, now you like me. It's like passing
That's
that
how life
song.
work, though.
Yeah.
That's how men work. A lot of men. I'm
Baby,
talking
they
about
don't,
white
and guess
men,
what?
older men,
I got
whatever,
brothers.
whatever.
I do the same thing they do now. They can't stand to see me coming. They can't. They hate to see me coming because now
do.
when I'm talking to you, hey, I walked up to this guy. I said, "Man, you so handsome. Man, you got a pretty smile."
I love that. I just said somebody.
He
I
was
told
like,
somebody that the other day.
when I tell you, he
I
started
just said
smiling hard. He like, "Can I give you my number?" I took his number too.
Ooh.
You know what he said
Yes,
when he talked to me? He said, "Man, I'd like to take you out of town." I said, "I
that's
spent
right.
your little ass then." I had to tell him,
You a fool though. I know you ain't passing
Baby,
up
I'm
on
a-
a free meal.
"I'm a Mac. I ain't made."
Did you pass up on a free meal?
Yes, I did.
You crazy.
But we still go. We talk.
Please.
We go.
Baby, I ain't passing up on no free
All you
meal.
gotta do to get a
hear me?
man, you know how men be trying to get in your drawers.
It's easy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all we gotta do is say, "Man,
That's it.
man, King, you fine as hell, King."
Yeah.
Had that nigga blushing like a bitch. Look, have the roles of men and women switched in the dating scene.
Yes, and this is gonna take a whole segment. Yes, a lot of men have reversed the roles where they're like more feminine and women are more masculine, right? So they feel like you should do more for them than they're doing for you.
princesses.
They princesses. Like, hey, you gonna do such and such for me?
Kiss the ring.
No, that's how they feel. And
They
in real life,
princesses.
hey, a man won't move nowadays unless they see you going above and beyond. They want you to put in so much effort.
I know.
I hate that.
It's that.
And I'm talking about my past experience.
That's why I'm
for
single.
real.
I
Me
refuse
too.
to put in all that work for you to play with me, and then I gotta knock you out. Like they real
Gotta
life
put the
princesses.
pause on you for real now. at this
When
point.
I tell you the roles have everybody wanna, I believe you are a prize. You a prize. I'm a prize. He a prize. She a prize. But I think what men are getting it confused in, and a lot of women are, it's men out here that make a lot of money. It's men out here that make good money, and it's men out here that make fair money. But guess what? At the end of the day, that's his money.
period. And
That's
it.
his money.
That's it.
So you dating him with the intention that you're going to be a part of that money train.
Woo.
And ma'am,
Don't I
that's
know what?
his money.
That's his money.
That's his money. My mama taught me that earlier. That's his money. So me trying to date you and kiss up to you, now you got me thinking that I'm supposed to run behind you, baby. I don't chase men. I got asthma.
No, for real.
What my asthma come from right now? What we at?
I gotta find
Sis
it.
can't breathe.
Sis legs don't run that far.
I can't
You hear
run it. I tell people, when men think I'm gonna chase them, baby, I can't chase you, honey. I got asthma and I don't got my inhaler half the time. So I'm not doing it. I learn from the best in my brothers.
For real.
First of all, when a man get to acting silly, I don't call you.
No.
I'm not gonna text you, and I'm gonna let your man wonder. Ain't that what your brother?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him.
Let him
I'll
wonder.
be like this. I'm gonna let this man wonder. Cause in real life, it's true. Y'all, men are overthinkers.
Yeah.
So you have to play the
Well,
same
thanks.
game that they play.
I don't
So
wanna play
the
no
dating
games, don't
roles
you?
have definitely reversed. I'm tired of the reversal. Why do I have to play these games with you?
Yeah.
I'm not about to play these games with you. You better
That's
go
true.
fast. Your mama should have played games with you, baby.
For
Duck,
real.
duck, goose. You
Yeah.
it.
Girl, not Duck Goose, you it. I
Duck,
feel you
duck,
on that.
goose. You it.
But anyway, though, we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
She appreciate y'all.
I do. I always
No, I'm
appreciate
just
the
playing.
audience. Look, we
I
both
appreciate
do.
y'all
Don't play.
too.
Come on,
We
man.
love y'all. We love y'all.
And with any, you guys can go ahead and comment with any questions that you might have. That way we can go ahead and speak about it on the next episode for the podcast. And also follow us or send your inquiries on our email that we mentioned earlier in this episode.
Friend, before we go, we got to
What?
tell them this watermelon wine.
Oh, no, this tea.
This was
This
everything.
I've been
today.
sweating and everything. I'm sitting here sweating. I know y'all going to see it on this episode. I am sweating.
Baby, that watermelon wine.
But it's
is
good,
cheap.
though. Y'all-
It's from Cooper's Hawk.
Cooper's Hawk, check it out.
It's
and it got agave in it.
It's
I
really,
ain't
really
gonna-
good.
I'll
I ain't gonna lie,
this one
before we
first.
start recording, I had told her, I said, friend, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through the episode.
No, for real. This one it's
But-
strong, though.
Like she said,
Uh-huh.
like, subscribe. Y'all can email us now. Next, we'll be having a phone, so don't play with us. We growing in here.
We going for real, expeditiously.
We gotta
And the
thank
thing
her
is-
brother. for putting all this together.
I don't know if we should mention his name, but we should. Put your thumbs up.
Charles Hawkins! Okay, and let's not forget,
he's so happy
behind.
He happy.
Lucetta Lane. Yeah. We're all the team.
We are.
But it wouldn't be no us without them.
For real. My brother put all this stuff together.
He did.
With the question. She do all of that.
They do the research. Literally. They make sure we keep y'all entertained. Mm-hmm. They don't supply the wine, though. When they get to supplying the wine, then we up there.
We can talk about it then.
Okay. But we do want to thank y'all. Y'all are a great addition to the team. Yes. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And you got anything else?
I don't got nothing else to say. Look, follow us. We can talk about that too. Follow me on my Facebook at Katira Hawkins. Also, my Instagram is Katira_Hawkins. Follow us at The Mic Is Always On all platforms. And yes. She also has her own social media platforms that you can follow. It's all Tandria Jones. But The Mic Is Always On. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Please like and subscribe because without you all, we can't continue to do this. Literally. So we need y'all to help us keep on going. Don't be bogus now. I see a lot of people be viewing us and stuff. They won't share, comment, or like, and it be the ones we know. But nevertheless, we're not going to talk about that because baby, the audience is audience. We're growing. God is allowing us to grow and glow. So, needless to say, I'm Tandria with the T. And I'm Katira with the K. And we are The Mic Is Always On.